Bro, you don't get it. Kendrick was giving a State of the Union address. He's so smart. He's hip-hop Jesus.
So Kendrick, he dropped a song yesterday.
A new song has been dropped on 9/11 by Kendrick friggin' Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar is back again with a new song that he has just released via Instagram.
I looked on the gram and Kendrick had dropped Watch the Party Die.
If they've called the game, they've called the match. You yourself seemingly has said the white flag was thrown. You yourself said there's no round twos. Why would you ever engage again?
I see some of the thirsty Drake fans out there trying to make it sound like it's some huge dough. Oh, he's like no round twos, it's a round two. It's not a round two. You totally missed the point. Go grab a book or don't.
I see a lot of people saying that this isn't a diss track at all and he's not coming for Drake whatsoever. I disagree.
Of course. I didn't take any of these bars as a direct shot to Drake.
I don't believe the record is just about Drake. I think he's talking about just the culture, you know, people in the world, society, the
Media,
industry,
TV.
media.
Just walk that man down. That'll do everyone a solid. I mean, again, who else is he talking about?
The first place to start is this song is not called Watch the Party Die. This song is untitled.
Get him gone. We gonna watch the party die. Send him home. We gonna watch the party die. When I first heard that, by the way, I was wondering, like, is he talking about Party Next Door?
Like, I get what he's saying. I understand what the song was meant to do, but this is not something that I would ever go back to listen to again.
Y'all think this shit's fire? You're a dick sucker. On God, you're a dick sucker. This shit trash as fuck, bro.
Thank God for Kendrick. This was terrible. And what I mean by terrible, the actual song is not terrible. But the move of dropping this song at this moment is fucking terrible.
I like the record. I just think the timing is wrong for me. I think it's the wrong time. I think especially after everything that's going on with the whole Super Bowl thing, I just think to put a song out like that.
This whole song is a flip of Untitled 1 from Untitled Unmastered.
I like what he was talking about. I understand everything he was saying. Sonically, it was
Kendrick here saying it's time to watch the party die. This is what he's talking about. He's talking about the direction in which the industry has gone.
He talked about being disappointed in the media. He talked about the walk him down line, which I think was a shot at Drake, basically saying, like, I've already quieted him. That was good for all the people.
We don't want to hear you talk about the fake industry dudes, the media niggas. Talk about why you have changed your stance, seemingly. And you're now the same person that's pushing the line for the same people you said oppress your brother.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Academic said Kendrick diss Drake again. Like round two is on the way. Nah, man.
Many have been kind of talking about this track as if it's like an additional diss toward Drake or another victory lap for him.
People are mad about the Super Bowl and then you drop this record. It's like kicking a dog while it's down. That's how I took it.
Overall, the message in the song I thought was cool.
This is not a Drake diss track, although there are things that are still aimed at Drake here.
I understand the message he's saying. Like, you know, we need to start talking about addressing more serious things, you know.
Same person that said about Catch Flight is going to be direct. And I'm not sneak dissing, I'm not subbing. So for you to, if this were a Drake diss and you come out subbing like this, it's very hypocritical of everything you just said.
I would love to hear Kendrick Lamar thoughts on why the hell he's now in bed with the NFL when a couple of years ago he was squarely on the side of Colin Kaepernick.
Come on, use your head. You're just making it worse.
This fool just dropped a fucking basically diss song at Drake in motherfucking September.
I don't agree with some of the framing that this track is like, oh, Kendrick's starting it up again. This is round two. When no, this is in fact not round two.
If you've won and you've been seen as one so gracefully and so strategically as people claimed you won, why would you ever want to run that back again?
I believe corporations, companies, higher ups are at war with Drake.
This move told me that Kendrick don't got nothing going on if it ain't got nothing to do with Drake.
Who's the radio personality? Who is it?
It's Charlamagne.
He talks about radio personalities.
Yeah, that is true.
I think he's talking about, you know, the propaganda that is pushed on radio. Like, you know, radio does push a lot of the music that probably is influencing people wrong.
Why reason with these guys if they can't see the future first? He's putting himself in the position of being prophetic. But It's also a double because of Like That, seeing the future first. Like That was a song with Future that first started this beef.
I feel like this track illustrates the fact that Kendrick's beef with Drake was so much bigger than Drake to begin with.
You can't say there isn't no Game 2, then immediately drop a track seemingly baiting Game 2.
Whole back and forth wasn't really about fighting with a single man. It was more about fighting with what he sees this man as a symptom of.
This does feel like an epilogue for Kendrick where he's overviewing the battle and the aftermath of it. But even though it doesn't seem like he wants to re-engage in that battle, he is instigating Drake's ass.
Drake is supposed to be the nigga who can't get over this, right? Like, Drake is the obsessed nigga. He's supposed to be obsessed.
Why? 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 Why?
What I feel like he's mostly upset about through his lyrics is just this lack of music that gives listeners and gives people hope.
Feels like Kendrick is trying to cleanse and purify hip-hop culture and push artists to make music with a real message and that has a lot of substance to it.
I think these songs are trying to figure, are Kendrick trying to figure out the direction he should go. I think he's trying to see if people want that versus do they just want catchy songs.
Influencers talk down because I'm not with the basic stuff. This is just a criticism of the culture and Drake fans, basically.
He's talking about, I think he's making broad generalizations because there's another part where he says the influencer. I think he's just talking about the culture of influencers.
People just want catchy songs, my nigga. Like, they don't want you talking in hieroglyphics.
This flip of Sometimes I Wonder What Lecrae Would Do is a flip on Drake because Drake has a song called What Would Pluto Do?
Then wonder why I'm not enthused to drop. The more visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. I'm going to be honest with you. That's a weak excuse, man. Kendrick, you don't want to drop because you don't want to drop, my nigga. You don't got to bet. You don't got to like blame it on your spiritual. Are you dumb, 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 dumb?
If you're Drake right now, it would be very fucking tempting to respond to this in some way.
Either a song that was in his war chest for the battle or a song directly or clearly aimed at Drake. Either or, I just think it's a bad move.
Kendrick, for somebody who doesn't drop, and this is what I'm saying, he's having the best year with quality over quantity.
The thing I agree with and resonate with the most that Kendrick is saying is just the integrity part. Like, people not having no integrity and people
That's
just
been a long time
doing anything for a check.
The message is what I was, I was happy to hear. Like, okay, like, I'm not mad at him putting that in the ecosystem right now, especially coming off of the whole beef thing.
What this tells me is a few things. Either he's misreading the room, misread this whole Game 2 thing.
I'm going to tell you something, Kendrick. You're going to drive yourself crazy, okay? The only thing you can do is continue to be the change you want to see in the world because this ain't stopping no time soon.
We got other real shit going on that we need to address in our communities. So yeah, for that, I listened to it and I was like, okay. Like,
let me tell you something.
Right.
If you think that the NFL and Rock Nation and a bunch of other people didn't get a whole bunch of legal letters yesterday from people with owls as their stamp on,
you're not gonna call me a pedophile.
You're not calling me a pedophile in the Super Bowl.
No.
All right?
What the deal, everybody? My name Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so.